Check this out. Shin Megami Tensei, right? Final Fantasy. Yeah, Final Fantasy is pretty. Final Fantasy 8. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Okay. Of course, Shadow of Colossus, right? Mario 64. Oh, the Shadow of Colossus one. That's why it was so confusing to me. Okay, Shadow of Colossus one is... Wow. Is my camera seeing different color? Oh my gosh, it is, isn't it? Wow, it is. Yep. My camera is seeing different color. This is creepy, dude. The heck? My camera can't read the color. It's supposed to be your focus down here on this. But my camera just can't do it. Is anybody playing Nocturne too? You know what I'm saying? Were any of you playing Nocturne? I was playing some Nocturne. See that up there? Okay. Nocturne. I dig that. I really dig that. This color right here, there should be, that way we could see white, because this thing's actually, that little thing right there is supposed to be white. I cannot believe this stuff is hiding past my camera. What kind of technology do you use to get past a camera, to get past a camera lens? Literally has me spitting saliva out. Breath of the Fire is crazy too. Of course, we think about Breath of the Fire. Yeah, that RPG game. Mm-hmm. Notice how you can play it on your Nintendo Switch Online service. Yes. Of course, if you're a Breath of the Fire fan, you should know about the ideas that are in Breath of Fire. That thing just looks creepy. Doesn't that look creepy? Yeah, it looks creepy. Yeah. I remember there was one more thing in here. There's a lot of stuff in here, but I talked about those topics. The reason I talked about all those topics is because when I was playing Final Fantasy VIII, I found something and I was like, "What the crap? I hate you!" I loved it, but I was like, "Gosh, dang it!" It's a lot of hours to play Final Fantasy, man. It's a ton of hours. It's a long hour game, and you have to do a long route. You can't just do a short route. More of the Ico stuff. Okay, more of the Ico stuff. Definitely looks like a map of Ico also. Oh yeah, Ico's maps. Oh man, so pretty. That's exactly why I talk about Ico. Ico is a major game, man. If I like if you were like to have that person and you were like talk like I like that. I really like that. I like that a lot. I like the brightness of it. Just the brightness of that. But Ico, when it comes to like ranked games, like a video game that you would actually play, it'd be Ico. You'd be playing Ico. Where's this? Yeah, I know. Isn't it just crazy every time we see a split line and a pointed edge? Yeah, pretty sure. Pretty sure it's crazy, for sure. For sure. I even like to think about Pikachu sometimes, but like I think about Pikachu because of Kakuna. Let's go. You piece of crap, man. Look at that piece of crap up there. Filthy piece of trash. I say that because if you were to watch this and then you were to go, meet a female down your road, or I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, if that was to happen, what? Is that why I'm wanting to extend the time of this video? It's the creepy stuff that people like to look at. I know that. I know that's for sure. Oh my gosh, yeah. What? Look. It's like Wanderer's legs after, dying. You could also I need to re-see the animation of this legs thing, I'm telling you. I need to see the animation of the legs again. But definitely I can say to you, because Wanderer getting kicked in the head, falling to the ground, I could definitely have like a Wanderer kind of thing with that. This thing's crazy because I think about cups, chalices. And it's always good to think about chalices. I'll tell you why it's always good to think about chalices. There's many folk tales on chalices. There's a ton of folk tales on a chalice. There's so many stories about chalices. There's so many things that people do. There's a lot of people that drink. There's advertisements. There's all kinds of things. That am I done? I don't even think. You see, that's the funny thing. I don't even think I'm done because it's just like, why is this thing being so creepy? It's being so creepy. It's being creepy enough for me to, where my Deku Scrub people at, right? Where we at Octorok Deku Scrub. Oh yeah. Mario Galaxy. Yeah, for sure, dude. Mario Galaxy, Mario Sunshine. See, that's kind of like a thing like I would say to people too. I would definitely say that to you. I would say, well, it's okay if you like Mario Sunshine, but you also gotta like Mario Galaxy to some degree. Some degree, you gotta figure out what the heck Mario Galaxy is. Mario Galaxy is kind of that one that you should think, ew. I still can't believe with that just being like you up there. That's see what I'm saying? It's brain trickery because that being up there like that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I enjoy Pajama Sam, dude. Pajama Sam is a pretty crazy game. You have to take time with Pajama Sam, but like there's things to Pajama Sam. Because Pajama Sam does make, oh my gosh, they put a lot of brain stuff in there. And the crazy part with Pajama Sam is you have to play it for yourself because you know people online. You have to go and play some Pajama Sam. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a perfect time to talk about. By the way, if you think like a goof, okay? If you start to think like a goof, what I mean thinking like a goof, if you think like if you don't think something can happen, right? Oh, you're in for it. You're just in for it, dude. You are in for it. That's Mario Wonder, people, you know. Yeah, Mario Wonder. Oh gosh. Pretty crazy to just shove an enemy like that. Oh yeah, I even pay attention to Shin Megami Tensei 5 because look, see that up there? We got another Shin Megami Tensei 5 branching, right? Taking itself and branching itself to older Shin Megami Tensei games, branching itself to Demi Kids. You know, we have that kind of things. Oh gosh, look at the spot. So why did I say spot here? Why did I say this and this? Sonic the Hedgehog. Knuckles has shoes like that too. You know? Yep, Knuckles got shoes like that. We know about Sonic the Hedgehog, the first Sonic the Hedgehog level also. You know? So many things, dude. So many things. Oh my gosh. Dude, I show this too. Let's show you why I show this. I show this repetitively. Do you know why I show this repetitively? I'm going to tell you a story of why I show this repetitively. Do you know the singer Grimes? She tells you how she likes to play Ocarina of Time. She likes to play Majora's Mask, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, her brain is quite a different brain. She does have a brain of like a different form of a brain, like of like thinking. There's been people who have talked about the crazy stuff she talks about. She talks about stuff that's like, you know, out there kind of thing. Oh my gosh. I can't even believe, like, see, like, these two, like, these would just, to a normal person, it'd just be, like, you know, two squares, right? But when I, like, look at this little thing, that just reminds me of, like, birthmarks, you know? You know how humans have birthmarks. Yes. Birthmarks. Okay. Tears are good. They are good. Tears are good. Yeah, tears. Is that really being a tear blood showing a leg? I think so. Ew. Yeah, it is. Oh, separation. See, that's why I was talking about tiny separation. It was kind of annoying seeing it too, because like when you're seeing like the animation moving and it's tiny and it's separating, it draws your eye in pretty good. I go back to this also because let me say something about it also is like Wind Waker, right? Zelda Wind Waker. There's some Sonic stuff over here too. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that crazy? Yeah, there's some Sonic stuff like the Sonic DX animation. Yeah, the Sonic DX animation, I think I was very disciplined because I knew a lot of people like this is cool. This is just cool seeing this one. This one's really cool because I cut this off even so you get the idea behind this thing. But Bra, at this point, I know I'll be showing you Bra so much times you'd be like, ah! It's like, ah. The Sonic thing. Think about Rayman. Even you could think about Rayman. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, you could. You could think about Rayman because Rayman's. I haven't really the Rayman, the appreciation for Rayman, has to go in. It has to go in pretty deep because you got two really good Rayman games. You got Rayman on the PlayStation, and then you got Rayman on the Nintendo 64. So there has to be careful thought into that. But if you played Rayman on the Nintendo 64, that's a fun game. That game is very fun. It feels different from Rayman on both of them are fun. The Rayman on PlayStation's a fun one also, but like the 64 version, it feels like what we're looking at right now, Okay, so Sonic DX, I think that's probably one of the hardest things to get through to it is I just can't even with this either too, by the way, this right here, because I did show, there was another part that I showed and I was like, wow, they really work hard on trying to make a vulva into a video game, like put a vulva and put the right flaps and everything. They'll really, if they want to put a vulva flaps, see here's, the creepy part is when I'm just also not even me talking. It's just like when you see that little thing just hanging there. Watch this. See, little thing hanging there. That's why I keep talking about the little tiny. It's a crazy pattern. But okay, so look, this is kind of also like an example of the Wind Waker stuff, right? And of course, Sonic DX. Now, Sonic DX kind of, I think Sonic DX was an understanding for me. Like I understood Sonic DX, and the reason I understood Sonic DX was because I was digging Sonic DX because it was different. And I was like, oh, wow, it's a little bit different. And I thought it was really cool because there was also a period of time like some video games are testing out the new graphics and stuff, but you kind of want it to, stay to their previous ideas. And the reason I wanted it to stay to the previous ideas that they had is because that they had a structure. So the structure and design of Mario 64, what was so great about the structure and design of Mario 64 is that all of its file sizes and all the areas and the file sizes and that was working with what the tech that they were working with. The same for Star Fox Super Nintendo, right? So they were working with a certain structure, and the structure was good. So for Sonic DX to even, kind of keep somewhat of that structure, that was cool. That was pretty cool of it to do that, I will repetitively show this one. See how I repetitively show this one? I repetitively show this because this is us seeing the connection over, and over again, right? Until we've seen it so many times. But we need to see it. We need to have so much information of seeing the connection we need to see it so many times, and that's what brings it to it. We got to see it again and again, and we also got to see if they're making like different ideas to it, of course, if there's different ideas or anything to it. Did you know, by the way, that Princess Peach thing? I told you I was talking about that Princess Peach thing. The reason I was talking about that Princess Peach thing, that new Princess Peach game that they're making, is because when you're researching bacteria and how or ice is another good one to say. Ice can grow in midair, Minnesota, right? But bacteria can be stagnant, and that's kind of like why you have that funny video. Have you seen that funny video where they're like, no, actually you should take your deodorant out of your bathroom and you should put your deodorant somewhere else? Like, yeah, you seen that? Yeah, that's, or perfumes too, but yeah, anything is like the anything. Notice how we have the anything possible song, the everything possible Sonic song. There's a there was even a thing. Yeah, this is the perfect time. There was somebody that was wanting to know my curiosity. It's time we caught up with this too. Okay, so Shin Megami Tensei 1 and Shin Megami Tensei 2, right? But people love Shin Megami Tensei 2 because it has the Polymon in it, right? And the crash screen. See, this is the thing. This is the thing behind it. Okay, behind it is the crash screen. There are people that don't care about you. You know what I'm saying? Don't care about you. And will gladly tell you about the crash screen. And they won't tell you which source the crash screen is coming from, And there's 4 installments, There's the Kaiju Yaku. And then there's the Shin Megami Tensei itself, Shin Megami Tensei 1 and Shin Megami Tensei 2, right? So they're stupid. It's so stupid. That's why I don't mention names either. But it's just it's the stupid idea behind somebody of like, Polymon, check, right? The final boss battle in Shin Megami Tensei 2. Okay, you can't take anything out from the Shin Megami Tensei 2's final boss battle, okay? You can't take that out. Another thing is, if you decide to be a little bit critical about it and you decide just to be a little odd about it or something like that, it doesn't go well, because remember, they made Shin Megami Tensei If. They made that for PlayStation. So every time like there could be differences between the two versions, differences between both of them, right? Just how there's like a different music for Kaiju Yaku on the PC and Nintendo version, how there's that music difference. And that is a beautiful moment that a lot of people like, by the way. A lot of people like that moment because like they have 2 different ways to listen to Kaiju Yaku. They listen to Kaiju Yaku in different ways, like Nintendo's music format, and then you can listen to the other format, okay? And that's like a very traditional kind of thing when it comes to like VHS, all kinds of things. But if they were to if you were to wrap that up, you'd have to wrap that up into the thought process. Okay, so the thought process would be like, rub, any chance for a rub. Gosh, rub. But if you were to take any idea behind that, okay, and you were to take like the time frame of that, oh my gosh, you destroy so many things by you not even trying to mention anything behind those ideas. there's a point for somebody that watches every episode. Okay, so watches every episode of Demi Kids. Okay, so they have an idea of watching all those Demi Kid episodes because one, they're not in an English dub, and it's pretty crazy enough. Did you notice that we didn't get an English dub of Strange Journey? And that was that made a lot of people a little bit mad because they were just like, Apocalypse was clicking, right? Soul Hackers was clicking. So when they didn't get like an English dub translation to Strange Journey, which is like the Devil Survivor, there is a Devil Survivor that does not have voice acting. So there's a Devil Survivor that has no voice acting, right? And there's some common things, like there's differences in Xenoblade X Chronicles, both American and Japanese version. Now the Japanese version even has more, has just more and more, but like the American version still has some differences that need to be paid attention to, right? And they're kind of like, it's kind of like it was, oh my gosh, it's hilarious. The Persona 5, thing. Some like me, I believe it was like an advertisement thing because there was advertisements going on during that time era, and they needed to have like like drive to buy PlayStation 4s, right? But like that's all that confusion. That's a lot of stuff, right? But all that confusion that goes into that, we're just not seeing something clear, We could be seeing something clear, but we're not. And instead of us seeing something clear, we're just like, it's just not there. The constant selling new product. There was a video of somebody even trying to be dramatic about this, and I was like, oh my god. Somebody was actually being dramatic about the idea, okay? And they were being dramatic about this idea of not playing older games, like playing older video games on new systems, which, if you ask me, I'd want to play Shin Megami Tensei with achievements. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah, you can have me play some Shin Megami Tensei with achievements, especially if like a phone game it got ported to the phone but not getting ported to Xbox, But like I don't like the person's whole entire angle, because like I understand to a degree that you can't just be like I understand the point. The point is that Soul Hackers, but if a gamer had a request as a video gamer, they definitely would they definitely would want some Enemy Zero, and they'd want to have an easy access point to playing Enemy Zero, Now, people would even purchase Enemy Zero. See what I'm saying? They'd individually purchase Enemy Zero if they had a way to play Enemy Zero. Okay. So the whole market thing, though, like the whole online market, okay, like it's hilarious with what you're working with. You're working with people who like playing online gaming. There's no problem with not, with like playing online gaming or what you want to do, right? But you can't take away a different experience that somebody's going to have on a video game system, like taking away. People that are purchasing PlayStation 5s, people should be able to play Enemy Zero. People that are like, yeah, like they should be able to have somewhat, and like no Ico on PlayStation 5. Come on, man. Have you heard of some of the funny stories behind PS5 too? I don't even know. Sometimes I feel like I don't even want to purchase a PlayStation 5. Have you heard the stories? I don't even know if I want to purchase a PlayStation 5, And I'm hoping the PlayStation 5 Slim solve that problem. But like look at all that talk that came from this. This came to like 30 minutes of this, guys. 30 minutes of this. I wanted to say, did you know like Final Fantasy VIII and Final Fantasy VIII Remastered? See? I wanted to talk about Wind Waker Remaster, right? We got a remaster of Wind Waker, Zelda Wind Waker, okay? So I wanted to say with a simple thing, like, we have to look how they kind of have this being like Shin Megami Tensei 1 also right here. But we have to. Also, if you're a Xenosaga person, you get kind of, the feel of Xenosaga, right? But we have to push for it, because the reason we push for it, we even get mad at the idea. Do you know that there's people that purchased Xboxes and PlayStations, okay? And they get mad at the idea that they can't play Xenosaga. They can't play the whole entire project to bring back Xenosaga that was canceled. And I don't get any of the things that they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. Look how it's like, see how it's doing it next to the cloud? Up there, it's doing it right next to the cloud, and it's just moving. I don't get it. I do not get it. I do not get the idea behind it. I do not understand any of it. Your females, any female that plays video games, okay? Think about it. You got females playing Pokemon Green, right? But any female wants to play Xenosaga on their system. You know what I mean? So if they want to play Xenosaga on their system, let them play Xenosaga, right? Right. But yeah, like that's a general audience thing too. See, I'm even understanding of general audience. There's guys that always want to chase after PlayStation females, blah 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 blah. You go do that, whatever. You go and do that. But pretty angry PlayStation female, would you say? Yeah, you'd say pretty angry PlayStation female. Pretty ticked off. Yeah, for sure. Just a little bit ticked off, The system that costs $500 is at a unit price of $500. I better feel like I spent my $500, right? Yeah. I better have my $500. Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, would you want a gaming PC or a $500 video game system that just can't play games it needs to play? See? Yeah. All that technical stuff through the facts and histories of playing video games. Just the facts and histories of playing video games. That's most likely just something, that's just something. Do you know what actually gets people to play new video games too, by the way? I will say something. What gets people to play new video games is they have to have older games on that system. They have to have older games on that system. And then after they've played enough of the older video game, then they go and they play the newer video game, right? So it's not like a thing that you think is happening right now. Maybe you're having some crazy, funny experiences online gaming, but you got to realize that's happening to everybody, okay? It's happening to everybody. Like there's people playing Splatoon 2 when they should be playing Splatoon 3, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. So there's a constant debacle. You got to remember all the people that are playing Splatoon 2 that you would think would be playing Overwatch, right? Or would be playing Call of Duty. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of like the problem I see in the market too, is if you wanted to get somebody comfortably into an online market of, like playing online video games, right? And you want them to actually like go out and play online market, because the Monster Hunter, they're always working something like they want people to be playing Monster Hunter, they want people to be playing Pokemon, they want them to be, there's all kinds of online games, right? They want them to play the PC online games, right? But you only get that when you have another game. Okay, you have to have another game. They have to have another game that they can play, so then they go back into the PC game and they go back with a pace, right? That's the mindset of a gamer, okay? But if they don't have any of that, I mean, the reason that people even began to like play video games or have an idea of video games is because they had all kinds of thoughts. They had kind of thoughts. They had different things going on, right? So they had all that stuff going on, and when that stuff was going on, it was like, oh heck yeah. That was like oh wow, I love playing my PlayStation. That was the kind of thing. And then I'm like, man, it's crazy to be at a spot where you're like thinking to yourself, well, gee, if people had an easy access to play Enemy Zero, I mean, who knows what could happen, right? New video games developed, all kinds of things could happen, right? But that's not put into like full effect. Full effect of that is not being put through. Instead, it's like the DLC content. As much as you want to try and carry on a DLC content, like a market for DLC content, you want to carry that, and you want to carry that going forward, you're still going to need a gap for the person to take a break from the video game, and then have like a different kind of video game, or have some kind of different atmosphere for them. And that's the way you keep it going. But if you don't keep it going, it's just kind of like, it's like, oh my gosh. Disconnection is not good either. It's not good to disconnect somebody because they never forget Final Fantasy VI. They never forget Final Fantasy VIII. They never forget the games that they just can't stop playing, right? So you're always going to have them wanting to play that game again, That's just like me. If I'm always going to want to play some Shadow of Colossus, But they're... the new ideas. Oh my gosh, the new ideas. The structure. It's making people angry. I think like it's just making people angry, dude. Because what's making people actually angry too is a person. You can't sit down and talk to a person that plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, a person that actually buys Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, or goes out or purchases Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, or learns something new, or purchases Magic cards, or purchases Pokemon cards. You cannot break them, dude. They will go back. If they're good at the card game, they're gonna go back to that card game, right? So it's not for you. It's not for you to be like, oh, that's not gonna happen, You gotta let it happen. There are people that play Vanguard. I haven't played Vanguard, but I've heard that there's people that play Vanguard for affordability reasons, and like that. but when they get to you, or they get to the spot where they actually want to go play your product or play a different product, or do something different, or watch a different movie, or watch a different TV show, it's going to happen when they feel good. But if they don't feel good, they're most likely not going to do it, dude.